Two turntables and a microphone. 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 Oh, we're going to keep going. Tables and a microphone.
That's the whole episode. We're just going to do that.
Okay, two turntables and
Wait. Oh, no, wait. Shoot. We didn't write that song.
No, actually, I don't think Beck wrote that song in that way that we were singing it.
He didn't? So nobody wrote that?
Nobody wrote that.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Two Guys Talking About Lettuce, episode number 101. My name is Greg Benson.
Hi, my name is Craig Benzine. This is Lettuce 101, where you will learn all about how to do the podcast Two Guys Talking About Lettuce.
That'd be a hook. People would love it if there was a hook. Like, how can I make my own Two Guys Talking About Lettuce podcast?
Most people, when they're looking for stuff on the internet, they want to learn something.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I want to learn something right now.
Okay.
Well, teach me something. Go ahead, just teach me something random.
Here's how you sip a cup of coffee.
Oh, look at him do that. That's so good.
Can I do it like this? Will this be good for the...
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. Oh, it's like you cheersed the mic. Mm-hmm. Cheers, Mike. Mm-hmm. Ah, man, we're off to a good start with the second 100 episodes, aren't we?
I think you hate that I did that.
No, I think that's no, I love it. I love it. I want you to do it again.
Oh, okay. Great.
Everybody, this is episode number 101, which means we've started the second 100 episodes out of 1,000 episodes that we're going to do of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. That's right. We have committed to do 1,000 episodes of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce as part of our 100,000 episode run. The first 1,000 episodes are going to be here, and then we'll do the other 99,000. And then we'll just keep going until we hit 1 million episodes. Wait, and I'm so excited about that.
The number grew during that whole statement.
We've committed to do a lot of episodes. We're gonna have to ramp it up. Let's start doing maybe 100 a day, 100 episodes a day to just really get in there.
Greg, I quit. I quit.
Good. Mm-hmm. But here's the deal, guys. Since we've done 100 episodes, Craig and I have done a lot of analytics. We've looked back at all the things we've done, what's worked, what hasn't worked, and we've decided to make some changes for the next 100 episodes, and we're really excited to announce the changes. The first thing that's going to be different for these next 100 episodes is we are proud to announce this podcast is now completely non-smoking. This is a non-smoking podcast. Mm-hmm. We won't do any smoking on the podcast from this moment forward, and also none of our listeners are able to smoke during the podcast.
Okay, well, first of all, we didn't discuss any of this. We didn't do any of the things that you talked about. We didn't go back and look at the old episodes.
We spent actually 4 meetings in a row. We did that.
No, I wasn't there.
It was 4 board meetings in a row.
No.
We went over all that stuff. And boy, did we learn a lot. So not only is it the non-smoking thing, which is going to be big.
First, we've never smoked on this podcast. Neither one of us are smokers.
Well, not yet, but we might have smoked in this second 100 episodes, so we've decided to officially make it non-smoking.
It would be very surprising to me if either of us picked up smoking all of a sudden.
Look, it's just, I'm trying to make this podcast healthier for our listeners.
Sure.
And you don't seem to want to make it healthier.
No, I think it's fine. I think we're just making it samer. But also, I don't think we can say whether or not they can smoke while they listen.
Yeah, no, it's for health. It's for our health and it's for their health. This is now a non-smoking podcast. If you guys were thinking about smoking during this episode, I'm sorry, you'll have to listen to one of the first 100 episodes.
Okay, listen.
And smoke during those. In fact, smoking during the first 100 episodes is mandatory for all of our listeners.
No.
You must light up at the very beginning of the episode and smoke the entire
I don't understand what your goals are here now. Like, are you trying to make them healthier? Or
Well, yeah, because if they start off being unhealthy with the first 100, then quit smoking in the second 100, they'll be much healthier.
So you're just trying to promote a feeling of improvement.
Yeah, well-being.
Okay, feeling of
this is one of those well-being podcasts.
No, because it's not well-being if you're making them smoke. But you are you're trying to make them feel like they're improving themselves by destroying themselves first.
Yes. Yeah. That's how they do a lot of stuff. That's how they do a lot of things on the internet. Mm-hmm. They make you do bad stuff first, and then you turn around and do good stuff.
I mean, there's a little bit of truth to that. They do tell you that everything is bad, and here's how you do it better.
Yeah,
they do tell you that your life is bad, and then you need to make it better.
And by the way, everybody listening to this, your life is bad. That's all Craig's trying to say right now. You guys live horrible,
But after
horrible
this
lives.
episode, your life will be better.
Much better. better. In fact,
Yeah.
it'll be like the best life ever.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the first thing. The second thing is, after doing a lot of research about lettuce in particular, we have discovered people do not like lettuce very much. And so from now on, there will be no discussion of lettuce whatsoever
What?
on two guys talking about
Well, we
lettuce.
barely discussed it anyway.
Well, now we really won't.
But I think plenty of people like lettuce.
Nope.
I,
Nope. It has been proven in
I
research.
like it on a sandwich. You know?
Yeah, but that's you're like one person. You're like one person out of all the people. Like
Yeah.
nobody else eats lettuce. Like you're literally the only person
Well,
who
then
eats
why?
lettuce.
How does the lettuce industry continue?
You know what? I think it's a scam. I think it's like this
Okay.
weird. It's like I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know how they fudge the numbers.
Okay.
But I think all that lettuce is just going to waste, and it's filling up our sewers.
I mean, there's probably some truth to that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So from now on, no discussion about lettuce whatsoever. Not even the word lettuce. I
You've
can't
said
even,
it
I can't
several
even,
times.
No, I'm not going to say it at all in this podcast. I will not say it. See, look, I said the word "it" instead of saying lettuce because
So
I
you
will
just
not,
said lettuce again.
That's exactly what I'm
Yeah.
not going to say.
Okay,
I was
yeah.
just giving you an example.
Okay.
And then finally, the other big change, which I'm really excited about, is that my new co-host will be Nathan Fillion going forward. Every episode going forward, Nathan Fillion instead of Craig Beans. Very, very excited because I think it's going to bring in a lot of new listeners. Nathan Fillion's very popular.
Are you firing me?
Especially with the nerd crowd. No,
I don't get paid,
not,
but
not firing
I
you.
mean, I guess I do get
I
paid.
am replacing you.
Very little,
I'm
but-
replacing you with someone who's much more famous. And
Well, as long as I
people love
continue
him.
to get half the money that this makes, you can go ahead and get Nathan Fillion.
I guess Nathan Fillion probably has plenty of money.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming the guy's got enough money, so I'm sure he'd be okay. I'm going to ask him if he's okay just giving you all the money that he was going to make.
Yeah, and he's pretty famous, so I think the podcast will make more money if you have him on.
Absolutely. That's exactly why we wanted to get him on there, because you're not a draw. You don't bring in anybody.
I really don't.
But
I mean, I brought in the people I'm going to bring in.
Yeah,
Really.
and that's it. Nobody else is going to be listening to this.
No.
But Nathan Fillion, we're going to get dozens more listeners.
We might, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really
I'm
excited.
saying we because I'm still going to get paid.
I know. I haven't actually contacted Nathan Fillion yet,
Okay.
and I don't have his number, but I'm thinking he'll probably just go, yeah, sure, whenever you need me, and then we'll just start doing them.
I doubt it.
I'm thinking.
I mean, he seems like a personable guy. He seems
Yeah.
like he might be down for an episode. Like he might be down as a special guest. But
It's either all or nothing. I'm not going to bring him
well,
on
he's
just for one.
definitely
That's
not
going to confuse the
definitely
listeners.
not going to suddenly host a podcast that hardly anyone listens to
Well, no, wait.
when he's on one of the most popular network TV shows.
Okay, you're just. I
Yeah.
feel like what you're doing is you're making assumptions, and you're being
Yeah.
really negative, Craig. And that's why Nathan Fillion is replacing you, because you're what they call a negative.
Nancy?
Negative. No, because you're a man.
Nelson?
And you're a negative Nelson.
Okay.
You are a negative Nelson.
Or
is
negative
what they
Nathan.
say. You're a Oh no, he's a positive Nathan.
Okay. Yeah.
He's very positive.
All right. You ever see the show Firefly?
Yes, I love the show Firefly.
Firefly is great.
Yeah, it's terrific. And what's great about that show is that when you watch it, the light from the screen just lights up the whole room.
Yeah. Well, like any show, I guess.
Well, no, but this is specifically because it's a Firefly.
Oh.
It just the light, and you're like, oh, look at that, look at it. It's so bright, you know. Like, oh, look at it, just light up the night. If you have like you're watching at night, you have all the lights off, and you watch Firefly, the TV just lights up the room.
So you're talking about a Firefly, looking at a Firefly.
Yeah. And yeah,
Well,
if you
for
have a
some
Firefly
reason-
on the TV.
For some reason, a very bright Firefly because they wouldn't light up a whole room. They have a little light.
Let me tell you something. When that room is completely dark, and I'm talking about 100% darkness, with no light at all coming in, you have one Firefly sitting there on the TV, like on top of the TV, or maybe buzzing around the screen itself.
Sure.
And it lights up its butthole. I think that's how they do it.
It's their
Fireflies.
It's on their back. I don't know if it's their butthole.
I think it's their butthole.
I don't think it's the hole.
They have glowing buttholes.
It's not the hole though.
So when a firefly's butthole glows, you know the
Sure.
old Shakespeare expression, when a firefly's butthole glows, the whole living room lights up with love?
No, that doesn't sound like Shakespeare at all.
That is
does not.
Well, a lot of people believe that Bacon wrote Shakespeare. Francis Bacon.
Right, yeah.
But that's actually incorrect. It turns out Shakespeare ate bacon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure he probably did eat bacon.
It's a common
Yeah.
misconception.
Okay.
He loved it.
Oh, I don't know if anyone can know that for sure.
No. He loved it. Most of his plays are about his love of bacon.
I don't I can't think of a play that references bacon.
I
I'm sure, but
maybe you're just not as familiar with Shakespeare's plays as I am.
Okay.
I'm a huge Shakespeare fan. I love the one about the two gentlemen who are in Verona. I can't remember what that one's called.
The two gentlemen of Verona.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, but I
yeah.
don't know the name of it. But it was really, really good. I like the one that stars Romeo and Juliet, but I don't know the name of that one.
Romeo and Juliet.
Exactly,
Yeah,
that's what I said. I don't know what that one's called
It's
either.
called Romeo
So,
and Juliet.
I mean, there's so much. There's so many that I like.
Yeah.
What
What about As You Like It?
I don't know that one, but I know that one about Hamlet, whatever that's called.
It's Hamlet.
That's what I said. I know the one about him is
What
really
about
good.
Midsummer Night's Dream?
I don't know what you're talking. These are words that don't make sense to me.
Okay, you're not a fan of Shakespeare.
Never heard of any of these things that you're saying. But I know the ones that I've said, and they're
Okay.
I'm a huge fan, and I can quote any. Just here, quiz me on anything Shakespearean related, anything you want. Stratford upon Avon.
What?
You're going to ask me where he's from.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
No.
and I answered you.
How many plays has he written?
32.
That's probably true, isn't it? What can you list
true.
all of the tragedies?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Death, disease.
Yeah,
Really a breakup when you really love someone.
sure. Yeah, those are tragedies.
when you get a hangnail.
I wouldn't call that a tragedy.
No, it is if it's because they hurt. They really smart.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate experience.
I had a hangnail once, and it was a downright tragedy.
I don't think so.
It was.
I mean,
that thing. That
maybe
was a
in your head
tragedy.
you made it a tragedy, but
it was a tragedy, and I felt horrible.
I mean, if that is a tragedy to you, I hate to see a real tragedy befall you.
Man, you use big words sometimes.
Sure, like
befall,
hate. Yeah.
Look at you.
Anyway,
Well,
Firefly is a great show, guys.
Yeah.
It is a great show.
That's all we're saying. That's all we're saying.
Nathan Fillion, it's good.
I don't care for Nathan Fillion.
Oh.
I personally wouldn't want to hang out with him or do any sort of.
He seems like
work with
one
him.
of the most likable dudes on the planet.
Yeah, that's why. That's why there's got to be something else going on.
Yeah,
got to
there
be
could
something
be.
else.
There
Got to
could
be
be
something else happening.
Yeah.
In fact, you know what? I think I said something earlier about him replacing you. I changed my mind. You're still in.
Wow.
I don't want to do a podcast with Nathan Fillion.
Why?
Sorry, Mr. Fillion, you're out.
Why?
You are out.
Well, I don't understand.
You know what? Because I'm sick of his bullshit.
You have no reason to assume that it's bullshit.
I'm just assuming
Yeah.
that if I did a podcast with him, there would be a lot of bullshit, and I am sick of his bullshit, and I don't want any more of Nathan Fillion's bullshit.
Jeez.
That's all I'm saying. This is good. This is good
I
stuff.
think Nathan Fillion seems like a nice dude. I mean,
He does
maybe
seem like a
maybe
nice
something's
guy.
coming out as we speak that's canceling him, but I don't know what that is.
I don't think so.
So I hope not.
Nope.
Yeah.
I have actually met Nathan Fillion. He's a nice guy. He appeared briefly on The Guild
Oh,
show that my
yep.
wife produced.
Yep, that makes sense.
And I directed. I did not direct the episode that he was in, though.
Mm-hmm.
And then at a Comic-Con party for The Guild, I ended up hanging out with him for a while, and we asked him if he would be on Gorgeous Tiny Chicken Machine show, and he said yes. But then it turns out that he was so drunk at that party that he didn't remember when we talked to him the following week. He's like, oh, yeah, no, I can't do that. And then he recommended his friend Alan Tudyk, and Alan stepped in and did the episode, and Alan was freaking fantastic.
Alan Tudyk is awesome.
Alan Tudyk was so great. And
Another one of the most likable dudes on the
in
planet.
fact, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm happy to announce Alan Tudyk is going to be the new co-host of two guys
Well, you
not
know-
talking about lettuce.
He's doing a series right now called Resident Alien, which is great, and I feel like he's probably busy with that. I don't think
you
he's...
said the same thing about Nathan Fillion. You said that
Yeah.
he's doing a series also.
Yeah. And Resident-
if so, no one's heard of either of these series.
I've been a fan. I'm a fan of Resident Alien, and I don't watch that Nathan Fillion show. That bullshit. I don't watch that.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa,
Yeah.
rude.
I'm sorry. I don't.
Rude.
Don't watch it. But I'm sure it's great. I just
Yeah.
don't watch. I just don't watch it.
I mean, that was
But-
really rude.
Yeah.
You know, people
Yeah.
work really hard on these shows, and then you just dismiss them like they're nothing.
I'm sure a lot of people watch them. They're very popular, and they're doing fine.
Now I
They
feel
don't
like
need
you're-
my.
I
They
feel
don't
like you're
my opinion-
backpedaling.
No, my opinion doesn't matter at all to them. But my opinion stays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But Resident Alien, great show. It came out on Netflix and it grew in popularity, and now it's moved to a new network. I think it moved to I don't remember what it moved to, like Peacock or something. I don't know what it moved to.
You know, I got to tell you, it sounds like a ridiculous premise, and I don't want to watch a movie about some outer space creature who comes and becomes the president of the United States.
It's a TV show, and that's not.
But I don't want to
watch.
If he becomes president, what do I care about?
That's
some
not
president?
what happens in the.
But you said it's called President Alien, and I don't want to watch a show called President. That's stupid.
It's
Resident. I'm the president of the world. I'm President Alien.
You are really digging in on your incorrect assumption right now.
All I'm saying is it sounds really stupid.
No,
I don't want to see it.
It's not president. He doesn't become president.
Well, why don't you make up your mind? Is he president or is he not president?
He's not, but that would also probably be a pretty good show, I think. That does not sound like
I would totally watch that show.
It doesn't sound like a bad premise.
You know what? You and I should... You're in LA right now. They have all the movie studios here.
Yeah.
We should go into the studios, pitch a movie or a TV show called President Alien.
Yeah, okay.
And we can maybe tell him we could get Alan Tudyk, because I have his phone number.
It seems a little too similar to Resident Alien.
But if you get Alan Tudyk, then that's what sets it apart.
I don't think he would be interested in another show that sounds exactly like the show he's doing, where he's also an alien, pretending to be an alien. I just don't think.
Okay. Well, now you've spoiled it for me, because I didn't realize that Alan Tudyk was pretending to be an alien.
Oh, you didn't?
No. He's pretending to be an alien?
Oh, no. He is an alien. Yes. Pretending to be a human.
So in real life, he's an alien. But he's pretending to be a human so that he can be on this show. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay, I really don't understand what you're saying, and I wish that you would clarify.
In the show, he's pretending to be human, and he's an alien.
As an actor.
Fictionally, he's an alien.
He's not a real person. Alan Tudyk is a fictional character.
No. Alan Tudyk is an actor.
Okay, now I really don't understand what you mean by these things.
I feel like you're forcing yourself to misunderstand.
Okay, right now, what's happening is you're not being clear.
Yeah, someone's knocking at the door.
I know. I think that our plan of locking the door so that our children wouldn't come in during the podcast recording is failing.
Yeah.
Because now they're just knocking.
What are we going to do about it?
Ignore them, I guess.
Okay, they seem to continue to knock.
Yeah, I don't really... What could they possibly want?
I don't know. We've provided everything.
I mean, we really have, and we've even given them a parent to look after them.
Yeah, we found someone on the street. And
No. It's actually a parent it's one of their parents.
Oh, good.
It's either my wife or your wife.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
When you say your wife, you don't have to say it like Borat.
Do you have to say it a different way?
No, you just say the words.
What if you gotta go low? You gotta go,
your wife. Your wife.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's just an example of the sort of thing that comes from Craig Benzine's mind, you guys.
This podcast should be hosted by Alan Tudyk and Nathan Fillion.
Oh my God, if it was, it would do so well, and we would be like the most successful podcasters out there.
Well, it'd be up there for sure.
I mean, this is our podcast, so it doesn't matter who hosts it as long as it's successful.
Okay, yeah, I agree. And we get all the money.
We could change the name. We'd call it the Nathan Fillion and Alan Tudyk podcast, or Tudyk. If we can't get Alan Tudyk, we'd get someone...
Alan Tudyk?
We'll get Alan Tudyk.
Yeah, okay.
Which is probably easier, now that I think about it.
Yeah, as long as someone is named that.
Nathan Million and Alan Tudyk.
Okay.
Yeah. Then those guys we could probably get.
I bumped the microphone.
I know, you've ruined everything.
Yeah, you hate that. One thing you're a stickler for sound quality, Greg.
I hate many things. There's the list of things I hate far outseeds the list of things. Outseeds.
Here's how you sound right now.
Far outseeds. Oh, I'm Greg Benson. I don't even know the words. I can't say words with my face mouth. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Sometimes I don't say the correct words, and it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
But it's just early onset Alzheimer's.
Yeah, I'm only making fun of you.
You're going to feel terrible when you find out that I really do have early onset Alzheimer's.
I'll still feel all right.
Will you?
Yeah, because you do that to other people. So
do I?
Yeah, you make fun of other people for saying words weird.
What are you talking about? I've never done that. All right, listen to some clips from previous episodes to prove that I've never done that. And here we go.
Hey, listen.
You see, there's nothing. They didn't play any clips.
Yeah, because that's you. You're the one who edits this, and so.
But there were no clips to play because I've never done what you've just said. That's why there was nothing.
This is an example of corruption from the person in power right now. This is corruption.
No.
Yeah.
In fact, there was one where you were insulting me, and I'm going to play that clip right now. Hey, Greg, this is Craig Benzine. You have a stupid face.
I didn't know Kermit the Frog was on this podcast.
Yeah, I'm Craig Benzine. This is what I talk like, and your face is stupid. See, did you hear that? Did you hear that clip?
That was Kermit the Frog. pretending to be me, I guess.
No, that was a clip that was from March of 2017, and you were very insulting.
March of 2017.
March of 2017.
That was before my daughter was born. I was living in Austin, Texas. We didn't do this podcast back then.
Well, don't be a stickler for details.
Okay.
People just want to be entertained. They don't want to hear all the details.
Okay. All right.
All right, Craig, go ahead and do that thing that you planned to do.
Okay. Everybody should watch the movie Psycho Goreman because it's very, very good.
Okay, we watched that last night on Bad Movies Live, which is at twitch.tv/mediocrefilms every Friday and Saturday night. Fridays at 6 p.m. Pacific, Sundays at 5 p.m. Pacific.
Okay, all right.
Craig Benzine was my guest last night.
God.
We watched Psycho Goreman, a movie from 2020, and God damn it, that movie was great.
It was, I mean, if you don't mind a lot of gore and a lot of goop.
And a lot of man.
And, well, average amount of man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very funny movie.
Yeah.
It is not a bad movie at all. I feel embarrassed that I even thought that was a bad movie.
Did you think it was going to be a bad movie?
Well, I just find all these movies that people recommend, like on Reddit and on different forums, as bad. And I was like, oh, that looks great.
Yeah.
And then...
people recommended that as a bad movie?
Well, yeah, I think erroneously, but it is not bad.
No.
It is great.
It is a great movie.
It is a great movie.
It's a horror,
really, really
like
funny.
Horror comedy. Basically.
And it's definitely, and they nail the comedy. They nail the tone, which is not easy in a movie like that.
Hilarious.
And the kids were really good actors.
Yeah. That never happens. Kids are terrible actors.
They are often terrible actors.
Yes.
Yeah. Because kids don't have those lifelong experiences that you need.
Yeah, they have they really know what it's like to be a kid now, though.
Well, that's true.
Way better than I do.
Really?
I think so.
It's because of the internet, they look up what's it like to be me.
What's it like to be a kid right now?
Right now, and then they find out all the details, and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to do all this stuff."
Yeah, and I'm an adult. I don't have time to look that up. So,
sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem with adults. We just don't have enough time, do we?
So busy.
We had enough time last night to go to a taco truck.
We went to a taco truck. We goofed around on the internet watching Psycho Goreman, and now we're goofing around talking to each other. So we're busy.
Yeah,
we're very busy.
We got stuff to do.
And before this, I walked for like a half hour outside just for fitness.
And then I was going to do it, but I'm like, fitness.
Yeah.
Who needs it?
So busy. We're so busy.
Yeah, I feel like people who really concentrate on like walking, they're the ones who are going to die first because they're just going to have heart attacks and stuff.
Well, I mean, that whatever you want to tell yourself, I guess.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, walking and exercise is real bad for you. That's all I'm saying.
Don't follow us for health tips. I mean, if you ramp up your walking and maybe you walk too fast, too quickly, you might hurt yourself. Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I'm not talking about slow walking or safe walking.
Okay. You were talking about dangerous walking.
I once knew a guy whose last name was Walker, and it was true. He really did walk around.
Did
he use his legs?
He had legs that worked.
Yeah, he had legs and they worked, and he walked around.
Well, then that's anyone who has legs that work. They walk around.
And now it's time for the Patreon-only bonus section. Starting now.
Okay.
This portion of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce has been edited out for your listening inconvenience. If you wish to hear the complete, unedited version with the bonus talking, be sure to visit patreon.com/Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. And now, back to the edited, not as good version of the podcast.
That's the end of the Patreon-only bonus section.
Right?
We
Wow.
hope you enjoyed it.
He stumbled in mid-sentence and then just ended the Patreon-only bonus section. Yeah.
That's how it works.
Wow.
That's how it works.
Okay.
That's just how we do's it.
Well,
as
that
I
was
like
a
to
good
say.
that was a good bonus section.
It was good. We talked about bonus things.
Yeah, we revealed a project I might work on in the future.
It's pretty exciting. And you know what? We would tell you what it is now, but we wanted to make that exclusive to the Patreon-only people.
And I may mention it again publicly somewhere else.
No,
but
I don't think you will.
Okay.
No, that's going to be it.
That's it? That's the only place?
Yeah. Listen, there's something I need to talk to you about.
Oh, God.
Every couple of years, 2 years, every 3 years, something like that, in Los Angeles, if you own an automobile, also known as a vehicle.
Yeah.
You
don't have to clarify that.
Car is another word.
What about
people say
truck?
for sure. Or a truck,
Or
a
SUV?
vehicle. or an SUV, any sort of a vehicle
Tank?
that you... No, people don't really own tanks.
Well, have you seen the new Cybertruck?
Ugh, don't get me started on that fucking thing. It's the dumbest
I saw
thing
the
I've ever
second
seen.
one I've ever seen yesterday on the road here.
And they're dumb. They're just dumb.
It angered me looking at it.
I don't think that there's any vehicle out there that makes people angrier than a fucking Cybertruck. For one thing, because it's now been revealed what a horrible person Elon Musk is. Just truly terrible. And you can forgive all the people driving around Teslas because they can just assume they ordered them before they knew how horrible it was, and they don't want to give Elon Musk their money.
Sure.
But the people who are driving around Cybertrucks, they're all in.
Yeah.
They're like, let's give Elon Musk
a lot of money.
All my money.
They're expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for driving around a box.
Yeah.
And the one that I saw yesterday was black and shiny.
Yeah.
It just looked like a black shiny box.
Do you see them pretty often around here?
Yeah, in LA you see a bunch of them.
I've seen one in Chicago area, and I've seen one yesterday here.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Well, the problem is when people have too much money, they're like, duh, what do I do with all this money? Da, 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 da. And,
and they're also like, well, I have to show people I have money.
What do I do?
I'll give
I'll buy this. I'll buy this with my money. That's what people are like when they have too much money.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why having too much money makes you stupid.
Yeah, well, it does. It does.
Yeah.
You were going to tell me something else about automobiles.
What was I going to tell you?
You were going to say, Craig, I want to buy you an automobile, and whatever one you want.
Oh, I was going to say. So every few years, I think it's every 3 years here in Los Angeles. If you own an automobile, you are required. You
don't have to emphasize the D.
I'm just adding extra syllables to the word required.
Why is it so important that they hear that?
No.
That it's a pass.
It's extra.
Yeah.
Extra syllables for our extra special listeners. That's all I'm doing.
All right.
Don't try to make this any less special.
It's special.
There are extra syllables for you extra special listeners.
Okay.
So in Los Angeles, you're required to get a smog check every few years, where you take your vehicle into a garage where they do the smog checks.
Yes.
And you have to pay them money. It's like, I don't know, $60-$70 or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then they go like, yeah, your car's fine. Mm-hmm. And then they electronically upload the information to the DMV, which stands for the Department of Motor Vehicles.
Everyone knows that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then you pay the money, and then you get to re-register your car. They have to make sure that your car is not emitting too much smog into the atmosphere.
Yeah, I feel like you could have just said smog check, and we all know what you're talking about.
So I could just said like, I got to get a smog check, and then that would have I would saved all that time.
Yeah.
By the way, I got to get a smog check.
That was it. That's the whole point of your story. Mm-hmm. You just have to get a smog check.
Yeah. And I'm hoping that while you're here, you'll just take my car and go do it for me.
Greg, I've been looking at the sky while I was here. Not this guy. Mm-hmm. The sky.
The sky.
And it seems like there's a little smog up
It's
there.
been really smoggy because July 4th was 2 days ago, and there were so many fireworks set off, and then it hasn't really been windy, so all the like the smoke from the fireworks, because it's just gunpowder.
But even before that, before the firework, before July 4th.
Well, that's because we live in Los Angeles.
Oh.
But it's been especially smoggy since the 4th of July.
There's a lot of cars.
Also, we have had two fires in LA since you got here this week.
Yeah, that's fun.
One in the valley and one
in my heart.
in your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm trying to extinguish the fire in your heart.
Why?
I don't want it to burn the rest of your body. I'm trying to save your life.
Oh no, it's a metaphorical fire.
Oh,
yeah.
Is that a fire of love?
Yes.
Oh my God, you have love in your heart?
I do.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm so moved by this.
Well, it's love for my wife.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my child.
Ugh. Whatever.
And a little left over for you.
Hey!
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Way to turn it around.
Very little.
Just a sliver of love.
Yeah.
I will accept a sliver of love.
Okay. Good.
Do you think...
Speaking of accepting a sliver of love, there was this girl in college.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And what was her name?
Her name was Cassandra.
Oh, Cassandra. Yeah, I remember her.
How do you remember her?
Because she's that sliver of love girl.
No, you weren't at my college. Do you even know where I went to college?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, where?
Dumbass college for dumbasses.
No, I don't. It doesn't sound like a good college, that one. I wouldn't.
I don't know why you picked it.
I didn't.
Maybe you got a scholarship.
No, I didn't. I didn't pick that one. No.
If you had a college called the Dumbass College for Dumbasses, but it was the most expensive college in the whole country.
Well, it would be.
Yeah.
Because they'd be dumb enough to pay it, right?
I think that would be the greatest thing ever. Oh my God.
Listen,
where'd you go to school? I went to the Dumbass College for Dumbasses.
I got bed beard right now. I got.
Yeah?
I got it.
That means it has bed bugs in it?
No.
Have you ever had bed bugs in your beard?
No, I hope not.
That would be weird. That would be unpleasant.
Yeah.
If you had bugs living in your... you do have bugs living in your beard, but they're microscopic.
I've never had a bed bug situation.
I haven't either, luckily.
Yeah.
But my friend Ryan did.
Uh-oh.
He moved into this apartment. He's like, oh, I found the best apartment. They're like, it's the coolest apartment in Hollywood. He was so excited about this apartment. He goes, and it was cheap, and it's like just so charming. He'd been looking and looking, and he found this great place. And he moved in, brought in his furniture and his clothes and all that. And then they woke up the first morning, and he had all these like little bites on him. Yeah, and he's like, what the hell? What did I? He thought he was having an allergic reaction to something. And so he slept there for like 2-3 more days. And every morning he'd wake up with bites, and finally went to the doctor. And the doctor says, oh, that's bed bugs. And so he had to, he had to move out of the apartment.
Jeez.
You can't just stay in an apartment with
where
bed
was
bugs.
this?
Somewhere in Hollywood.
Classic.
That turns out that's why it was cheap. Like,
Hollywood's...
give him the bed bug apartment.
Yeah,
20% off.
Damn.
So then it turns out if you have bed bugs, you have to wrap all your clothing in black plastic bags and tie them shut, airtight, whatever, and then put them like up on a roof so that they're in the sun for days to kill the bed bugs. Then you got to wash everything, and furniture, forget about it. Just the furniture you got to just donate or burn it.
Jeez.
You can't get bed bugs out of beds.
It couldn't have happened to a worse person. Ryan? I don't like that guy.
No, he's a good guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a really good guy.
I'm thinking of a different Ryan.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is good Ryan.
Okay.
This is not bad Ryan. In fact, people call him good Ryan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Just
make
to
sure they
differentiate him from bad Ryan.
Okay.
He'll call people up and go like, it's Ryan, and they'll be like, is it? And they'll be like, no, good Ryan. And we go, oh, okay, good Ryan. Sure. That's good Ryan. That's good.
Wow. Is that how you answer a call to someone you don't really like? Is it? Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Huh.
When their name is Ryan.
Okay.
Because I don't want to pick up the phone and have to talk to bad Ryan.
What would that conversation be like?
And be like, hey, it's Ryan. And I'm like, which one? And he'd be like, bad Ryan. And I'm like,
And then what would bad Ryan do?
And then he'll just threaten me.
It does sound pretty bad.
He'll just say, I'm going to come over to your house with some sharp pencils, and I'm just going to jab them into your shoulder. Like, why would you do that? I'm bad Ryan. That's what I'm going to do. Jab some sharp pencils into your shoulder.
What's his problem? Why did he be...
And like, how many pencils, Ryan? 6 pencils. Half a dozen pencils. I mean, jab them all into your shoulder.
Greg, if this is a good writing, we'll give the villain motivation. Why is the villain so bad?
Because that's the only way I can save my family.
Oh.
That will release the curse and will save all my family. 13 people in my family.
I guess there's a good reason for it then.
I mean, really, he's just trying to save his family.
Yeah.
And
okay.
if you have to sacrifice one friend's shoulder to save 13 members of your family, I mean, it's worth it, isn't it?
I would do it.
I've already done it. It didn't work.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, so it turns out you were just hallucinating.
I was hoping. I was hoping that by jamming 6 pencils into a friend's shoulder, that it would somehow save 13 members of my family.
Save them from what?
I don't know. It turns out they didn't even need saving.
Okay.
The members of my family have been fine.
So you were hallucinating.
I wasn't hallucinating. It was just wishful thinking.
So yeah, hallucination. Yeah.
Okay, yes, now that you mention it, I was hallucinating.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I had a vision.
Okay.
Because now that you mention it, like, I don't know Jennifer Aniston, but
right.
Jennifer Aniston rode down on a cloud. And she gave me the pencils.
Sure, this didn't happen.
Well,
people don't ride on clouds.
I know that now. I realize it was a hallucination. But if it was a hallucination, why were the pencils real? That's what I want to know.
They were probably just around, and you grabbed them.
I just grabbed 6 pencils.
Yeah, I think so.
I usually do have 6 pencils just laying around.
Why 6?
Well, you never know when you're going to need a pencil and you want extras. You know, the thing about pencils is you use them and then they get dull pretty quickly.
Yeah, I haven't used a pencil in a long time.
What?
Yeah.
What? No. What'd you say?
I haven't used a pencil in a long time.
I can't hear you. When you something about that sentence, I can't hear.
Let me finish the
Yeah.
sentence,
All right.
and then you'll hear it.
That's okay.
You're already ready to say what? You're
I'm not.
You're ready to say
No,
it.
I'm not.
Yeah.
What?
I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So, all right.
He could tell that I was already ready to cut him off with another what.
Greg.
I know. Listen, I don't know why you deal with it. I don't know why you put up with it week after week on this podcast. Even now, we're recording this podcast only 2 days after the last one because we're trying to get ahead of the game.
We are. We're so responsible. I'm so much more responsible when I'm in LA.
It's true, which means that you listeners are going to be hearing old content. Like this episode is already over a week old by the time you hear it.
Think of how the world will change from now until this episode comes out.
Oh my God! There might have been something amazing happen or something horrible.
Should we anticipate that?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
I'm gonna make a prediction that in the next week the Earth explodes. What?
Oh my God! Well, then we have to react as if it did.
Okay.
So,
oh my God! Did you hear the Earth exploded?
Oh,
Whoa.
Yeah, I did hear that. I think that everyone kind of knows about that at this
that's
point.
Weird, huh? Weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Yeah.
But it's weird that some people survived. Like we're floating on a piece of Earth just spinning out in space.
Just us with Jennifer Aniston
I'm
just
really,
floating out there and with her
really dizzy. And it's weird that Jennifer Aniston is here.
And why does she have all those pencils?
And what is it about Jennifer Aniston that you got to keep bringing her up?
I don't know. She's just there floating on this thing with us.
I guess she's the it girl.
She's got a
right?
bunch of pencils.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to happen, Greg. I don't think the Earth is going to explode.
You don't think so?
No, I don't.
But just in case, we've covered our bases.
Okay.
That way, if people listen to it, they're like, why aren't they talking about the Earth exploding?
What if in a couple weeks you get canceled? What if...
oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's possible. I've already been canceled 7 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So would you like to apologize?
Oh, no, nothing to be apologized for. No, not like Me Too canceled, just that my show has been canceled.
No, okay, but what show would be canceled now?
I don't. It's this show, I guess. Maybe this show's canceled, and we're like, sorry, everybody.
Yeah,
this has been canceled.
How could this show be canceled? It would just be us canceling it.
Yeah, we canceled our own show.
Why would we do that?
I don't know. I mean, we're not living in the future. We don't know why we canceled it a week from now. But we might have.
And if we did cancel it, we'd probably just stop doing it. We wouldn't even be doing a show.
Well, you got to do one to apologize for the show being canceled. And then you got to just keep going so you don't disappoint the listeners.
Okay. What?
Oh, man.
Greg.
I hope Cricket is enjoying her socks. Maybe she has her socks by now. The ones that I have right here that I haven't mailed to her
Last
yet.
episode.
But I need to mail that to her. Yeah.
We gave them away.
We gave away some awesome socks to Cricket, and she's very excited about getting the socks.
And at this point, listening to this episode, she may have the socks.
She might already have the socks. I'm going to put them in the mail. Maybe even today. I could just get them out to her.
Look at how proactive you're being right now.
I know. Well, because I'm a pro actor.
Oh, yes. Right.
It's true. I am.
So Greg is a really organized, proactive guy. He's more, I feel like you're more on top of things than most people.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I just get on top of things.
Okay.
You know, sometimes I do.
Well, how? Why other people can't just... Well, you're tall. You're pretty tall. Yeah,
I'm pretty tall. Just climb up on things.
Yeah.
And I just hang out up there, you know.
Uh-huh.
I will say this. The closer you get to the sun, the warmer it gets. Mm-hmm. So sometimes it does get uncomfortably warm.
I doubt it's that. Sometimes tops of mountains are colder. So, usually, actually.
I don't know. If the tops of mountains are closer to the sun, so I'm sure they're really, really hot.
It's not exaczly how it works.
I think
it has to do with
I think
air
the closer you get
flow
to the let's say you go about 70 million miles toward the sun.
That would probably be
It's
hotter.
going to be really, really hot, and you're
70 million? I don't think the sun is that far away, is it? How far away is the sun?
83 million miles.
83 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 83 million miles away.
Okay.
Last time I measured.
I'm gonna look.
Go ahead and look it up.
Okay.
Mr. Doubtful.
Okay.
Mr. Full of Doubt.
All right.
That's you wait.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah. Just say how many miles away is the sun, according to Greg Benson.
Okay.
Just Google that.
94 million miles.
Well, I was close. 83,
Okay.
94. Like once you get up there, like what's the difference?
It's well, 84, 9 miles. Or no.
No, 11
10,
miles.
11 miles.
You're not good at math.
What did you say?
I
You said 83. Okay,
and it's
yeah.
94. But I was really close.
Yeah, you were.
You didn't think it was even 70 million.
No, you're right. I didn't.
But still, if you go 70 million miles toward the sun, you're still 24 million miles away from the sun.
True.
So you could still probably live a happy life out there, Just hang out, watch Netflix, whatever.
I feel like if you have climate control and a really good internet connection, you might be okay.
You'd be all right.
Yeah.
You'd be comfortable. You have entertainment.
Yeah, but
Watch Netflix shows.
Yeah, but I do think the higher in elevation you go on Earth, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to get hotter, Greg.
Well, agree to disagree.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
You know the thing about Netflix that I like, and by the way, I don't have Netflix. Ever since they decided to limit password sharing, I no longer access it because I was password sharing. So I don't have Netflix, and I haven't given
You
them
were
my money
stealing?
since then.
You were hacking?
No,
in?
I wasn't stealing. It's just
Okay.
that they used to allow family members to share, and then they changed their minds. They're like, "Nah, I don't do that." I'm like, "Okay, well then I'm not going to resubscribe to Netflix." I mean. I'm sure one of these days, like there will be another streaming service that comes out that also streams content.
There's lots, actually.
Wouldn't that be great if there were?
Yes.
If you had a choice of
That
streaming
would be
services,
and
it
is.
wasn't just the Netflix monopoly.
No, there are a lot of streaming services, but some would argue that Netflix does have a monopoly on the whole thing. But
Do you know what has a monopoly in board games? And you'll never guess.
Shoots and ladders.
Shoots and ladders
Yeah,
is the correct answer.
Yeah. Okay.
That is the correct answer.
Yeah.
You know things.
Yeah,
Well, you
I-
have a kid.
I know.
I'm sure your daughter loves to play.
We have recently introduced Shoots and Ladders
Yeah.
to her, so and
great.
she enjoys it.
How about Candyland? You ever play that?
We haven't introduced that to her.
Oh man, it's delicious.
She's got plenty
Kids-
of candy.
Kids love
but-
candy.
Yeah.
Kids love candy. So Candyland is great because the great thing about Candyland, the board, all the pieces that you play with, the cards, they're all edible. And kids love that. Just munching on that game.
No.
Playing it and munching on it.
No, it's
know?
not. It's not edible. What does it taste like? Have you tried it?
Yeah, it does not taste good.
Yeah, because it's not edible.
The little plastic pieces are just hard. They're
Yeah.
really crunchy and
Yeah.
they don't have any flavor.
Yeah, probably way too crunchy.
The board
Yeah.
kind of tastes like cardboard. You know, like when you have a bad pizza and you're
'Cause
like,
it
this
is.
is kind of like
It
cardboard.
is cardboard.
It tastes like it. That's what it
is.
tastes like.
And it is.
And it tastes like it. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, and it is
We're
it.
both saying the same thing.
Well,
It's-
kinda.
I mean, I go so far as to say it's not even food.
It's not. No.
See, we're saying the same thing.
Kinda. Yes. Kinda saying the same.
So
thing.
I don't recommend people eating that Candyland board game.
Yeah,
'cause it is.
the recommendation is the same. Yes, we
don't,
both.
don't eat that, guys. It is a waste of a meal. You
Yeah.
know when you go like have a meal, you're like, oh good, I'm gonna eat another delicious meal, and then you eat the game Candyland,
No.
and you're like, what a waste of a
I
meal
don't think
that
that's
was.
a very relatable premise you're,
I think
you're
a lot
setting
of
up.
people know what I'm talking about.
I don't. I
That's all
don't.
I'm saying. A lot of people can identify with that.
You should start a stand-up routine with that scenario. Yeah.
You know what I could do? I could go back and listen to all these episodes and all the stupid, dumbass things that I said that I learned in the dumbass college for dumbasses.
Yeah.
And just compile them all, and then all of a sudden I'd have like 14 Netflix stand-up specials.
You could,
I'd have
yeah.
enough material.
Yeah.
In fact, I'd just put in an ear prompter. I'd listen to everything that I've said, and I would just repeat it. And I wouldn't even have to memorize anything.
I feel
and
like-
people would say, "Oh, this is the greatest stand-up comedian who's ever lived."
I don't know if they'd say that. I think they'd be confused.
They would say,
I think they might find it pretty funny.
it's like,
but-
what's up with this guy? What is
Yeah.
up with this guy?
Yeah. Greg.
Yeah, you say that a lot. Like when you're at a loss for words.
Yeah. I'm often at a loss for words because
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to start talking because I know that you're going to hijack it. You know?
No, you say whatever you want. In fact, you know what? I'm going to give you 60 seconds to express yourself in any way that you want. You get to choose whatever you want to say, and I will not interrupt you for 60 seconds straight in a row.
Well, I got to figure out what I want to say then.
Well, think about it because
Okay.
it's about time. I'm going to give you a few seconds to think about it.
Yeah.
Think about what you want to say,
Yeah.
and then when you're ready, let me know.
Okay. I think I'm ready.
That's the end of this
Oh,
episode
my
of Two
God.
Guys Talking About Lettuce. Thank you so much for
my
listening. My name is
God.
Greg Benson.
My name is Craig Benzine.
And we will see you next week at the same time, in the same place.
Will we? Will we be? What? Are we gonna do another one while I'm here?
Yeah, you know we will.
Will they be listening in the same place?
They'll be. Yeah, they have to. They're by law they have to listen in the same place.
That's not true.
It is true.
How would we enforce that?
Well, look, it's one of those things. It's like you just have to trust that they are doing. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
We trust you guys. Is all I'm saying.
And you're not going to smoke.
We
Or no,
trust
you have
guys.
to. No
smoking.
No
in this-
smoking.
you go, but you all need to go back and listen to the first 100 episodes and smoke continuously. You get through at least 3 packs per episode.
Jeez, no. No.
That's what they have to do.
You know, I don't recommend smoking at all, but if you do smoke, we're not going to make you not smoke. So, do what you want.
Do what you want.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.